To the next topic, typical mechanical properties of some MMCs, like see in SI units, specific gravity. So silicon aluminum 2.6 percentage and graphite aluminum 2.2, steel and aluminum 7.8 and 2.6. See silicon aluminum. See silicon aluminum. Aluminum is a metal, so silicon is a fiber. Silicon added to the aluminum, then you can get the specific gravity is 2.6. So separate aluminum also we can get 2.6. See the steel have higher specific gravity 7.8. Maximum to we need to decrease the specific gravity of a material in application oriented. See, and next coming to point, Young's modulus. See silicon, what is Young's modulus? Young's modulus. So stress is directly proportional to strain. So see here, only steel having 206.8, only aluminum having 68.95. But here silicon is added to the aluminum, then you can get more Young's modulus from their own aluminum structure. But combination of silicon carbide and aluminum, we can get 117.2 gigapascal. But only aluminum, the metal having only 68.95 gigapascal. So here we can increase the Young's modulus of elasticity of a modulus. Young's modulus is also called modulus of elasticity. We can increase the modulus elasticity of a aluminum by adding the silicon carbide to the aluminum. So and next is coming into graphite aluminum. So 124.1. So here graphite is also one of the reinforcing material, and this one is also called, it is used as a fiber. So we can get the almost 8 percentage of increased Young's modulus than silicon carbide aluminum. So these are the some typical properties of MMCs. And coming into the ultimate tensile strength, you know what is tensile? Pulling natural load is called tensile load. So see here, steel having only steel having 648.1 and aluminum having 234.40 megapascal strength. But here silicon carbide increasing silicon carbide added to the aluminum, then you can get 1206 megapascal tensile strength. So by adding silicon carbide to the aluminum metal, we can get more ultimate tensile strength. So these are the some main typical mechanical properties. These are the examples. So you can you should remember before going to the right examination. So definitely they will ask. And coming to the next point, how the manufacturing of MMC. So how the fabrication, how we can get MMCs. So here one operation is there, and let us will discuss. One method of manufacturing then is diffusion bonding, which is used in manufacturing boron or aluminum composite parts. See, diffusion bonding means some we can take some foils like two materials, and the another third material is placed between two materials. We can get some can apply. We need to apply some application of force or application of pressure or application of heat, and that we can get diffusion bonding. So that is one of the main manufacturing process to get MMCs. So a fiber mat of boron is placed between two thin aluminum foils. See, we can see this diagram. So this is one foil and another one is these are two foils. So in between two foils we are placed fiber mat between two foils. So then we can stack it, and then we can consolidate it with the application of force and pressure. We can get some secondary fabrication and drum plus NDE, non-destructive evaluation. See, a fiber, what is the process of this operation? We can discuss now. A fiber mat of boron is placed two thin aluminum foils about 0.002 inch, that is 0.05 mm thick. So these are the aluminum foils. These two are aluminum foils. They are usually about 0.05 thickness, the material thickness of foils. And a polymer binder, or an acrylic adhesive holds the fibers together in the mat. Layers of these metal foils are stacked at the angles that required the design. Suppose this is the fiber mat. It actually act like can say some fiber materials. It is made up of fiber materials. So these materials may be placed between two foils, and here see you can it is nothing but a molding process. So by the application of heat, by the application of pressure of between two foils, you can get temperature about 500 degrees centigrade, temperature of about 500 degrees centigrade. So we can get pressure also 35 megapascal in a die to form required mission element. See, the laminate is first heated in a vacuum bag to remove the binder. The laminate is then hard pressed with a temperature of about 932 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, that is in centigrade you can convert 500 degrees centigrade, and a pressure of about 5 Ka, that is in 35 megapascal in a die to form the required mission element. See, so in this process, in this machining process, the materials are placed between two dies. So here the operating temperature is 500 degrees centigrade and the operating pressure is 35 megapascal. So then you can get some clean and trim NDE. So non-destructive, with the help of non-destructive evolution, you can get clean and trim machinery equipment. So this is the process of this is the way of manufacturing of MMC. So this manufacturing type is also called diffusion bonding. So coming to the next point, the applications of MMCs. What are the applications? General applications. So in space, the space shuttle used boron aluminum tubes to support its fuselage frame. See, what is boron? Boron is a fiber material, or it acts as a reinforcing material. What is aluminum? It is a metal. So here the boron is mixes with aluminum, or aluminum is mixes with boron. So it forms as a metal matrix composite. So it is used tubes to support its fuselage frame. So in space, suppose we are from satellites, and we know the SHAR, and we need to know the communication system between satellites. So we need to produce more parts during the application of space. So we are using mainly boron and aluminum. And next, in addition to decreasing the mass of the space shuttle by more than 320 lb, that is 14.5 kg. See, especially we are using boron aluminum because of to reduce the mass of space material. Suppose if the mass is increasing, automatically the weight is also increasing. So that's why here we need to decrease 14.5 kg of weight than metals by adding boron to the aluminum. So these are the main application of in space industry. And next, military industries also, we are using some mission loading and unloading conditions. And next, finally, transportations. In especially what is transportation, generally we are using automobile vehicles. So we now into automotive engines that are lighter than metal counterparts, also because of their high strength and low weight. These are especially used for gas turbine engines. See, generally in automobile engine, mainly in automobile engines, IC engine is made up of cast iron. and also cylinders, pistons, crankshaft, some types of already we are discussed in mm's metallurgy and material science. What are the different types of cast iron? White cast iron and malleable cast iron, spiridial graphite cast iron. So these are the some important applications of manufacturing for crankshaft and connecting rod and cylinder walls and cylinders. So generally the automobile engines are all made up of by some metals, cast iron, major part of cast iron. But some typical applications like gas turbine engines, some we are using some gas turbine engines, so they are especially used these type of mmcs because of turbine having some blades, so the blades need to get some more stiffness, but they need to decrease their mass of their mass of material. These are the major advantages. These are the major application of transportation in gas turbine engines. So okay students, till now in this class we discussed about applications of mmcs and how the manufacturing and what is the schematic of diffusion bonding for mmcs, and how the manufacturing of mmcs, and what are the typical properties of what are the typical mechanical properties of some mmcs, and compare the properties with metals. So these are the important topics, and also advantages and disadvantages over PMCs, polymer matrix composites, and what is metal matrix composite. So in this video we discussed about mmcs, what is mmcs, and what are the application of mmcs, and what are the advantages of mmcs and disadvantages of mmcs, and what are the typical mechanical properties, and what are the manufacturing process, and what are the applications. So these are the topics. Okay, in next class we are learning about we'll discuss about metal CC composites, that is carbon matrix composites, and so within 2 classes we are going to complete first unit, and definitely we hope that we will complete 2 units within end of this month. Okay, thank you.